Alright, so this is just going to be a quick video showing how to add custom fans to a network switch, or really any other device like this. This is just a 24 port gigabit switch, but the original fans were really loud. So I have these three fans on this side pulling air through the chassis, and I have this dial in the front so I can control it, which means that it isn't automatic, but it wasn't automatic before. I mean, it just ran them at their 5-volt stock speed. So, it had that super loud, high-pitched fan noise that you really don't like to hear. But, if you wanted to turn these up to max, it's a lot more quiet, and it's much of a lower sound instead of the high pitch, high RPM. But usually it stays even quite cool just on a really low setting, almost to the point where you don't even hear it. And I already unscrewed it, so if we take a look at the inside, we can see what the inside looks like. So before, there was these two fans right here, and I'll plug them in just so you can hear what they sound like. And these aren't going to sound as loud because they're outside of the box, but you might be able to already hear them. Here, it's really not that bad right now, but when they're inside that box at this RPM, they get really loud, and they're really just annoying to listen to, especially when this is louder than most servers that I have in the rack. So what I did was I took a boost converter right here and cut off of the supply voltage. The supply in here is 5 volts, and all I did was to step it down, or actually these are 12 volts, so I stepped it up, and I put in the dial. You really don't need to step it up. If you can really just get like Noctua fans instead that run on 5 volts. Those would work fine, and you wouldn't have to do all this complicated stuff. But I wanted to have a bit of freedom over how loud it was, because I didn't know how loud they would be. I didn't know if they'd even pull enough air on 5 volts. But basically what it is I took these wires, I shoved them down into the socket, and then these go into this boost converter. So I have one right here. You can just get these off Amazon, like a 5-pack for like $5. I think this is a boost converter. Yeah. And I had to take the potentiometer off right here, and then I just took those wires out and put them up to this one right here. So it's a bit of a bigger potentiometer. I think it's 1,000 ohms. It might be 10. Yeah, that's a 10 kilo ohm. And then these 3 wires just go over here, and they split it up amongst the fans, so you can see, and this is close to the high voltage stuff, but it's fine. They're really far enough away. They're getting a bit close, but these fans aren't strong enough to do anything, and besides, I'd hear that before. But you can see if I turn it up, you might not be able to see the fans speeding up, but they do. And it still keeps all this cool. You really don't have to worry about it getting too hot. So that's just an easy way to silence a loud switch right here. It's pretty easy to do, I'd say, if it's really annoying. But I just want to make a quick video showing how to do this.